Image caption Media and journalists were taken to locations in Balakot. The authorities in Pakistan have allowed foreign media and defense attachés to visit the site of a disputed Indian airstrike in February. They were given access to an Islamic school in Balakot, where Indian media say militants were killed in retaliation for an attack in Kashmir. The large building appeared to be intact and the Pakistani army denied it had been used as a terror camp. The visit to the school was held on the eve of a general election in India. Pakistan and India have been engaged in an information war over the Balakot site, where Pakistan says the bombs on 26 February landed in an empty area and hurt no one. India insists it killed a large number of Jaish-e-Mohammed group militants and destroyed their camp in retaliation for a suicide attack 2 weeks earlier in Indian-administered Kashmir, which killed 40 paramilitary police troopers. That attack was the deadliest against Indian forces in Kashmir in decades and raised fears of a new war between India and Pakistan, which are both nuclear powers. What were the media shown on Wednesday? Foreign journalists and diplomats were taken by the Pakistani army on the visit to Balakot in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa state. They were shown a medium-sized crater which the army said had been made by an Indian Air Force bomb. Image caption Some 200 students could be seen at the madrasa. A single house had been slightly damaged by the blast and a man had been injured, the BBC's Usman Zahid reports. The visitors also saw some fallen trees. They were then taken to the Talim al-Quran madrasa, the first such visit by foreign media. The large hilltop building is said to have capacity for 2,500 children. Pakistani Army spokesman Major General Asif Ghafoor insisted the madrasa did no harm and that Indian allegations that it was a terror training camp had no truth. Some 150 to 200 children could be seen reciting the Quran in a mosque at the school. However, a teacher and a student interviewed by the BBC said they were all local people and that the madrasa had been shut since the Indian attack. While the media were allowed to take interviews, they were told to keep them short and it was clear that the tour was being restricted. What does India say? Contacted by the BBC, India's External Affairs Ministry said it stood by its statement last month that the counter-terrorism strike of 26 February had achieved the intended objective. The fact that media was taken on a conducted tour to the site only after a month and a half after the incident speaks for itself, a ministry official added on Wednesday. Media playback is unsupported on your device. Media caption Balakot, India launches airstrike in Pakistan. When journalists from Al Jazeera visited the area, but not the madrasa, in February, they saw a sign for the school which listed Jaish-e-Mohammed founder Masood Azhar as its leader. The Balakot airstrike has played a major role in the election campaign of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has called on first-time voters to dedicate their ballots to the pilots involved, India Today reports. Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan told the BBC this week that peace with India over Kashmir would be tremendous for the wider region. Timeline of India-Pakistan tensions. October 1947, first war between India and Pakistan over Kashmir just 2 months after they become independent nations. August 1965, the neighbors fight another brief war over Kashmir. December 1971, India support ceased Pakistan's bid to become independent. The Indian Air Force conducts bombing raids inside Pakistan. The war ends with the creation of Bangladesh. Media playback is unsupported on your device. Media caption Imran Khan told the BBC he wants a dialogue with India over Kashmir. May 1999. Pakistani soldiers and militants occupy Indian military posts in Kargil Mountains. India launches air and ground strikes and the intruders are pushed back. October 2001, a devastating attack on a state assembly in Indian-administered Kashmir kills 38. 2 months later, an attack on the Indian Parliament in Delhi leaves 14 dead. November 2008, coordinated attacks on Mumbai's main railway station, luxury hotels and a Jewish cultural center kill 166 people. India blames Pakistan-based group Lashkar-e-Taiba. January 2016, 4-day attack on Indian airbase in Pathankot leaves 7 Indian soldiers and 6 militants dead. September 18, 2016, attack on army base in Uri in Indian-administered Kashmir kills 19 soldiers. September 30, 2016, India says it carried surgical strikes on militants in Pakistani Kashmir. Islamabad denies strikes took place.